We all know that the conditions were pretty harsh at Lord's, and before that, the test that we lost was by a gap of 30 runs. Yeah, I agree that the performances of the batsmen were not to our expectations as well, and yeah, certain adjustments were made. Batsmen tried to apply themselves better, showed a lot of discipline in leaving balls. And because of that, I think we find ourselves in the position that we are in today. Well, there is no clear sort of a direction to him. It's just that he plays his natural game, and Ashwin has been consistent in the lower order. And plus we have some lower order batsmen who can contribute and who can stick around with him. So if we can add another 50 runs from here, I think it will be a good first innings total after being put into bat. Yeah, it's a combination of both. Certain adjustments were also made by some of the batsmen. They were playing a lot later. A lot of the batsmen used some short square of the wicket to good effect, and overall, I think the discipline was far better. The kind of start that Shikhar and Rahul gave us, I think that was crucial, because in the first innings, in the first test, we also got a similar start, and that is something that we look for from the opening batsman, because we all know that with the Duke ball, first 10 or 15 overs can be crucial, and most teams, if they bat to 30 to 35 overs really well and show discipline, I think they can cash on later on.
You try to say do all these things, playing late and stuff, because the last 2-3, how you personally handle the pressure that goes also, you also be feeling that how do you do this?
See, one thing I think we all of us understand that there's no magic wand or something which can clearly work for any batsman. We also have to understand that the last 5 test matches that we played abroad have been really trying conditions, except for the Centurion test. You take the Cape Town test or you take the Joburg test, which we from within the group believe that it was probably one of our best performances, not in terms of the number of runs, but the victory that we achieved in the trying circumstances. So what we value is that test win over any other test win that we've had. And yes, I think handling pressure, it's part and parcel of any professional's job, and we try and do whatever we can do, the support that we can give, and the plans that we can strategize. And the players themselves, they are under tremendous pressure. They're playing for their careers, and we understand that. So to make at times when things don't really work in your favor, I think it's very important to maintain the composure and also have the same sort of sense whether things are going well or whether things are not going well. So if you can maintain that equilibrium, I think it helps.
Did you start as a career? How was your reaction?
But I mean, he's a confident cricketer, and he's come through the ranks. He has done really well in the Ranji Trophy, then graduated in the India A format. So his has been a gradual rise, and he has tremendous faith and confidence in his abilities. So the moment he hit a 6, my mind went back to Vinod Kamli, because even he started his first-class career with a 6. So it requires some sort of gumption to do that, and the spunk was pretty evident. So we are happy with that.
Could you specifically tell about Ajinkya, what sort of discussions you had, and how was it different from the first 2 tests?
Well, even at Lord's, he was batting well. He was looking solid till the time he sort of chased the wide edge delivery. and he's a quality player. We all know that. I think Ravi coming out and saying that he is our pillar. He still is our pillar of our Indian batting. I think that might have done a whole lot of good for his confidence. And yes, certain adjustments even he made, which probably he can tell you better. But he looked in terrific touch. From 82 for 3, he had that 150 odd run partnership with Virat. I think they played with a lot of intent, and the run rate that they maintained throughout, I think that was better, because getting 310 in a day's play, you would take that.
I wanted to ask for a thought on that. And was Indian team, the strategy was pretty different. They looked a little aggressive than before. 300 on day one is a good score to have.
Yeah, it's a good score. Maybe in hindsight, you could have said that obviously Ajinkya and Virat, they themselves would have been disappointed with the kind of shots they played. They could have very well carried on, and losing Hardik in the last ball of the over before the end of day's play, or losing Pujara before lunch, on the stroke of lunch. Maybe there are areas which we still look at correcting, and there's a long way to go in the test match, because 4 days still to go. And we need to play with the same discipline that we displayed today, and expect that we do the things correctly which we want to do. That was a ball which had to be hit, and it only goes on to show that things are going to turn around pretty quickly for him, because he's just one knock away. He's been batting well. Even at Lords, he batted for 80-85 balls for whatever score that he got. He was looking very solid. Even today, he looked in no sort of trouble. So that's the way the game goes, and you have to take it on the chin. And he's going to come in the next innings wanting to do well again, and wanting to prepare in the same fashion that he's been doing so far.
So, can you just talk about how frustrating was it to begin this particular innings? What was actually the issue, and how did he mentally, how was he?
I think his mindset was very clear. He was very positive. His feet were moving well. As I said again, he was getting into good positions till the time he showed that at times there's a lapse in concentration which can lead to you losing your wicket, which had happened in the previous test match. But all along he seemed to be in a good nick, and he capitalized. He gave us a good start. He put us in a good position. And as I said, he would be hurting in the way he got out, because a big score was on the cards, because he had done all the hard work, and he still had 10 overs or 10 to 12 overs before the second new ball was due. So he would be disappointed, but in some sense he would also be happy that he got a score and put the team in a better position.
Not fair to say that your score runs that impacting conditions of play, but was there considered practice of controlled aggression which were executed very nicely, especially when Stokes was in Nottingham or when the Hawks or with Agil Rashid? So was that batting coach, was that strategy, or it just happened that way?
We all realize that the outfield is very, very fast outfield here at Nottingham. So you get value for your shots, and because the ball is swinging the way it has been, you always will have a lot of players in catching position. So that leaves big gaps in the field. So if you get bat on ball, and time it well, there's always value for runs. So I don't think any side can control the run rate here. I mean, beyond a certain limit, because there's value for shots. It's a fast outfield, and anybody who's timing the ball well will get value for his shots.